Today we are going to learn the procedure of donning and doffing the PPE. PPE is the personal protective equipment which is the most important part in patient care of COVID patients. It is important to remember that the donning and doffing area should be separate from the patient care area. The donning area should have all the equipments for personal protection ready before donning. So we start with the procedure of donning of the PPE. For this, we need the person who is donning the PPE and one trained observer. Today, Mr. Sanjay and Ms. Tarika are going to help us to show the procedure of donning. Initially, Ms. Tarika will be the trained observer. So, she will check all the personal protective equipment are in place or not. The personal protective equipment include 2 pairs of gloves, headgear, the head cover, shoe covers, the personal protective equipment suit, body suit, N95 mask, and also the face shield with goggles, and most importantly the hand rub. When before donning, the person has to be hydrated and should have food and also evacuated the bladder. So the trained observer asks whether he has the food or water and also evacuated his bladder. Because the person who is donning the PPE has to be in the PPE suit for at least 4 to 6 hours, during which he cannot drink or have food. Then the first step, after this, the first step is the donning of PPE is hand rub. Hand hygiene is the most important step in donning of the PPE. It should be performed for at least 20 seconds. All the steps of hand hygiene must be followed at every point of donning and doffing of the PPE. Then the person sits on the chair, and then first step is wearing of the shoe covers. Remember that donning the PPE has to be very slow process because the sequence of wearing the PPE is very important, and also if we do it hastily, there is chances of damaging the personal protective equipment, thereby compromising self-care. Then again the person performs hand hygiene. After performing hand hygiene, he wears the first pair of gloves. Examination gloves can be worn at this point. The next step is donning the body suit. First, the observer has to check whether the PPE is damaged or whether there are any cracks in the suit. Once the observer confirms that the PPE suit is okay for donning, the procedure begins. This is a full body jumpsuit. There may be different types of PPE which include a separate footwear, that is a foot cover, and also a separate gown. So this is the PPE that is going to be used in our COVID wards. The trained observer assists the person for donning the PPE. The next step is wearing the N95 mask or a respirator for respiratory protection. Remember, while wearing the N95 mask, it is important to wear it properly and also to do the leak test. The strap, which is the lower strap, first has to be worn below the ears at the nape of the neck. and then the second strap is over the ears. Then once the mask is worn, we must adjust the nose straps and also blow in the area, blow from the mouth inside the mask and check whether there are any leaks. After wearing the mask, the important step is wearing the head cover. Then the PPE hood is donned. The observer has to check whether all the areas are sealed with the PPE. Then the next step is wearing the eye protection, that is the goggles. The strap of the goggle go backwards onto the nape of the neck. If you are wearing spectacles, the goggles are worn over the spectacles. Next step is the protective face shield. This gives double protection to the face and the eyes. Finally, the observer asks the person to have a rotation to see whether the PPE is donned properly or not. Finally, before leaving the donning area, the person wears the second pair of gloves. Remember, the PPE need not be sterile for patient care. The second pair of gloves may be contaminated during patient care activities, and therefore it is important to have protection with two pair of gloves. The second pair should be worn covering the sleeves of the PPE over the wrist. Now you are ready for entering into the patient care area. Now we will demonstrate the procedure of doping after the patient care. The procedure of doping has to be done in an area separate from the patient care area. Remember, whenever you move out in the PPE, it has to be a very slow process. The doping area is outside the patient care area, and it is well equipped with the waste bins and also hand rub. Now the first step of doping is removing the soiled gloves. Remember, while removing the gloves, the inner areas of the gloves which are clean should be handled, and the gloves should be removed in a manner that the contaminated surfaces don't touch the inner pair of gloves. The biomedical waste bins should be readily available in the doping area, and they must contain double bags. After every step of doping, there should be hand hygiene. The hand hygiene should be performed for 20 seconds. The procedure of doping should be done very slowly, as the PPE is now contaminated with the patient's secretions. The next step is removing the face shield. The strap should be held from the bag, which is the non-contaminated surface, and placed in the red bins. Then slowly again perform the hand hygiene. After performing the hand hygiene, the next step is removal of the goggles. Again, the strap has to be held from behind, which is the non-contaminated surface. The procedure has to be very slow with minimal handling of the PPE. Again, perform hand hygiene for 20 seconds. Now, slowly remove the hood of the PPE first from behind. Then the front strap and the zip is unlocked. touching the bodysuit from behind, slowly remove the PP. Remember, it has to be a very slow process. Avoid touching the outer surfaces of the PP. The PP is removed from inside out. Removing the PP in this manner avoids contamination from the soiled surfaces. Now the PP is rolled inside out and then discarded very slowly. Again perform the hand hygiene for 20 seconds. The next step is removing the head cover from behind. Now remove the shoe covers. Again touch the inner surface of the shoe covers to avoid contamination. Finally, remove the second pair of gloves. Avoid touching the outer surfaces and remove the gloves inside out carefully. Perform hand hygiene. Remember, the respirator is still on and it has to be removed away from the doping area. Hold the straps from behind and remove the mask slowly. Lower one precedes the upper band. Again, perform hand hygiene after removing the mask. And now the person proceeds for the shower area.